Hello everyone and welcome back once again to Strategic Command World War II, World at War. Let's continue where we left off previously. I'm just gonna take a quick peek at all the theaters. For example, well, Africa has been dealt with, it seems like. Not everywhere. This is exactly why I'm still looking. Yeah, I guess I want to put these guys on the road here. It seems like they have a unit there, otherwise I would also take this hex, and I'm actually quite glad to be taking that. Unfortunately, these other two are still under enemy control, but we'll take them soon. Okay, so do I need my air force around that particular area? I just kind of have to keep going for now. I can't upgrade it. Yeah, let's go here and then move you guys. So the thing is that the Americans, they did land at Algiers, and well, they're quite sure to be going on to this path. But I need to take this territory here first, and then I can move back. So it's a bit difficult, but we'll get there eventually. You know, because there's no railroad, there's nothing else I can do, and I really want to get those oil fields. So I think in that regard, it's just for the best. I'm gonna put these to silent mode. They'll take some damage getting out there, but you know, that's just fine. Let's just take a look at the submarines. So I do want to continue hunting with most of them because I can't repair all of them at the same time. Or at least I'm trying. Oh, there we go. You're already at hunting mode. Great. And yeah, I can't repair them, so it's no use. Okay. Let's get out of there. These guys can't really do a whole lot. We can use this. We're allowed to use the Port of Vigo, so that's nice. Anyway, I do want to reinforce this one still. I might get a couple of infantry units again over in this sector because the enemy might try to go and invade. I don't think they'll be ready in 1942, but you never know, especially now that I want to send out my navy against them. I might be able to hold them off for some time this way, but yeah, we'll have to see how that goes anyway. And I'm still busy for a bit in Russia, so you know, it's just gonna be tough regardless. All right, let's operate these guys and actually send them over here up north. I think these guys can do some good. You know, we'll see. They have these tags there, so these are the T-34s out there. Yeah, we'll see. Let's see, because I think all the partisan activity has been taken care of. Just not that much we can do around here anymore. No. Many of these have already attacked. I have a little bit of a cold, so that might be why my my voice is a little bit weird at times. Right, I'll send these guys here. No, I need them to be in good supply. How's that supply going? 6. Yeah, so I need it to be there in order to repair these guys back up to 10, and then I can send them out. And as for these, yeah, they'll just have to wait for a bit. For the Italians, let's see. I can still purchase no core 4 armies, but torpedo boats, huh? No, let's not do that. Let's just wait for a bit. Either way, that means that these guys have been taken care of. Send these guys back to hunting. Running into enemy ships. Okay, fair enough, fair enough. Let's see out here. These guys are back in reasonable supply, so let's send them to hunt. And they have an excellent opportunity to get in there. Let's try it. I need them to get back to a good port because they seem to have been damaged. Okay, that takes care of the European theater. I've already taken care of everything in Russia. Seems like everything in Japan almost has been taken care of. These guys can still fight. There. Didn't go entirely as planned. Oh well. I want to move you up anyhow. How are we doing out here? We already took care of this. Next turn we'll increase the pressure on them. We don't have any MPPs for the Japanese, so we can't really do a whole lot of movements. Let's see, because we already took care of this as well. There we go. That's been set. Out here is, yeah, not that much I can do. I've moved these guys as well, so that's all taken care of. Besides, there we go. You've been landing. These guys are out. Definitely not doing that. Alright, I think that at that point, let's actually send these guys back for a bit, because they might be running out of supply at some point. These guys are doing fine though. Let's actually move here. I'm surprised the enemy doesn't really go after them, but all the more power to me. Alright, that means that I'm gonna end the turn here. Did these guys? Yeah, okay, they're ready. Let's end the turn and see what the opponent is up to. First of all, we liberated Iraq, so that's nice. Let's zoom in a little bit. Nothing else, huh? Okay, okay. Fair enough. We still have to deal with the situation in Cyprus. Don't really know how to handle that. I'll try to bomb the garrison as well, but for now that seems to be a bit troublesome. Just the overall situation with this this unit. Alright, shipping away some of their units, but not from Addis Ababa, so they still have that one particular unit out there. Wonder how they're gonna deal with it. Many repairs, which I don't really mind at all, because well, that means that my units are safer, and especially units such as these tanks, you know, they're in danger of being destroyed. I'm fairly happy if the enemy doesn't go all out on me. They still have plenty of units, so taking these objectives will take some time. You know, once we've broken through, it will be tougher for the Soviets to keep going all the time. Sure. I think the enemy turn will take longer and longer, especially if their navy increases. Constantly trying to harass my submarines. I'm almost tempted to just not do anything with it, but the MPP difference is just too big to just neglect that. I do say. Oh, come on. Really? That's some good luck by the enemy bombers. You don't often see them deal damage like that. That's against a core, but still. No, this tank didn't do very well. That's true. Maybe I can cut off. Yeah, I was afraid of the enemy armies. Those were really the most dangerous thing for me out there. I'm happy, quite happy around Riask. Okay. Yeah, you're not gonna deal any damage there against that army. Uh-oh. Well, they can still... Okay, they retreated. Good, good. Means that they have limited attacks on that unit. Yeah, I think they'll be sorry for trying to move forward like that. I'm a bit afraid of this army though, but this unit has 4 strength, so if they can't mount too many units over into this area, then I think I'll be safe. Wow, 2 for 2. Impressive. They must be out of supply. That's how it looked like before. Alright. Went a bit better because of the artillery. If this is all they have left, then I shouldn't be too worried. It's funny that this expanded because they actually don't have unit there anymore, but okay. I think maybe even the English might be in a little bit of trouble. I don't think they'll be getting too much MPP yet. Yeah, they still have Australia, New Zealand, and entire India. Like, technically, if I cut them off from the oil fields, that should really hurt them. But, yeah, they might still be fine in MPP. Ugh. All the way back up to 10, huh? Yeah, they still have plenty of units. Despite all the attacks. Okay, we'll cut these guys off. Finish them off that way. Again, I'm really close to taking Stalingrad, and I would severely like taking it entirely. Because they will suffer a lot of morale once that's actually taken, which again makes things a lot easier. Would you like maybe retreat? No. Well, sometimes they always flee after the first time, and sometimes they don't flee at all. Not even after four of those guys. Guess you have to be really unlucky sometimes. That's okay. It's gonna have to happen at some point. I mean, in reality, by this time the German submarine situation was critical, so it makes a whole lot of sense that, you know, that that kind of stuff starts happening now. They must have a gazillion of these things, pretty much out everywhere. Interested to see what those extra tanks can do. Okay, shipping at Bordeaux, huh? Didn't even know anything. All right. Yeah, they lost a lot of MPP because of that. Okay, nothing else much. Let's see what the situation is over here first. Let's take Vladivostok. Seems quite fitting. Okay, now. Alright, let's just take it. Take that port and start moving these guys up. We'll take, or try to take Khabarovsk next. Of course, they have a garrison unit there. Let's see. Only one damage so far. But we'll send these armies up and slowly work our way towards those objectives. I'll cut them off from supply. Maybe that will help a bit. Well, but those attacks, they aren't going to cut it. Let's actually attach these units. Maybe they're also suffering from poor supply. Not that much. Fair enough. I'll have to get these guys under this HQ as well. Meanwhile, let's attach you. And keep moving. What are the odds? Just lower the entrenchments first. again, I'm fairly certain that their MPP is now so low that they really have a hard time recovering. Can't go in there, huh? Just about any units. So once we break through those last couple of guys, I think we're good here. And these guys are probably not going to deal a whole lot of damage because their supply must also be critically low. So I'm trying to get those units out and all the way up to Russia. But with the fall of Vladivostok, at the very least their national morale will suffer once again. And like I said, I'm happy we didn't lose any units here. I'm gonna take those oil fields so as to deprive the enemy of them. And it seems like we might be able to destroy another army if I'm lucky and they don't flee. Come on. Yes. Okay, excellent. Okay, so that cuts off this unit as well. They might not get any supply, although it might actually come from China. Not really sure how that would work. Let's just reinforce you back up to 10 though before I get into any action with them. This HQ kind of has to take all of those, and this HQ has to take these 4. I'm inclined to retreat with these guys, but let's just see if I actually get to destroy the special forces here, which might be a thing. If I retreat, get in a fresh unit, take another one down. I'll get these up to 8. I don't really mind the enemy trying to get out of here. They can't retreat further, but I don't think they'll be giving me that much trouble. Alright, that went fairly well. I mean, they still have quite a few units, but it's getting less and we keep destroying them, so they can't improve their situation. Then, besides that, let's try to land at Fiji. Okay. Let's see if we can't do something about that. Naval tactical, good. Okay. They'll be having maximum entrenchment, but you never know. Oh, they also have some tanks there, huh? Well, that didn't go very well. Okay, down to 2. Come on, Daddy needs some new parachutes. Excellent. They can't land anymore. That is unfortunate, but at least now we have a place to land on the Fiji Islands. And of course they still have these tanks, but it's better than before. Yeah, I'm quite sure. Oh, I could still land them then, but I can't undo that move. Huh, I didn't know that. Guess I could have landed there after all. Huh. Well, you learn something new every day. I don't think I can cross this. Maybe I could. Let's see. Yeah, even... Oh, it is land. But they'll be out of supply, so that's definitely not good. I'll try to land at Samoa. By destroying the harbor at least, I will then be able to destroy that unit also relatively easily. And I'll still surround these guys in case the enemy comes snooping. They will unexpectedly run into my battleships. And they potentially can't destroy the transport at that point. Not sure if that will work. But I think it's worth a shot. No, you guys are gonna go down still. Let's get these in the long range amphibious transport too. I have to be a bit careful about which guys I'm gonna send, because now I have a unit here and I don't need that many. I would, because if I take this where there's surely a unit, I will also gain that territory unless there's another unit. I might actually start going for New Zealand here with whatever units I have. I don't think it's that bad of an idea. I can't use the port yet. Yep. So I'm sending a couple of units together with a regular transport with the HQ in order to land up here, potentially take this port and get supply from there, and then move on to Wellington, land there, and take New Zealand, and then after that I will start going for Australia, because then we've taken all the other territories and hopefully that will be enough. I'll set these guys onto transports too. So now things are really starting to kick off over here. Still have 70. Might be able to repair some units here. And I will definitely send these down south as well, because I do need that. Same applies for these. I mean, I can't attack the tank this turn. The tank might actually go in there, then I need to think of a different plan at least for taking those islands, which isn't the worst. I'm actually fairly happy that I didn't attack the Americans yet, because I actually think that even though it probably wouldn't be a disaster, might not be the best idea to go for that immediately. If I don't have a long range, I'm not going to use that. What am I going to do? Upgrading Destroyer is probably a good idea, because I really need them to go and hunt those submarines, and I really want anti-submarine warfare for that. Curious whether they're still trying to do something about my supplies. They went up, but I'll upgrade all of these with anti-submarine warfare for now. It's cheap and it's still somewhat useful. It would take years before I get to send these guys out. Oh well. Oh yeah, I kept them onto the mine because they keep destroying it. I'll put them back later. Seems like the Americans didn't take Tunis. I don't know if Tunis is actually Axis. Is it? Because the enemy might have trouble. Tunisia, it's actually not in the Axis, which means that if the Americans want to go here, they have to go all the way around, which slows them down significantly, which is great. Did I already declare on Djibouti? French Somaliland. I need to go to diplomacy. French Somaliland, Italians. Let's declare war. Yeah. Okay, first though, do you have entrenchments? Only a few. Come on, please. Oh, wow, great. That helps me a lot. Do I want to send them out there like this? No, I'd rather go by road. Alright, that went fairly well, and I can actually send these guys back to attack here too. And that's down to 1 strength. Ooh, excellent. Can I already take it? Yes, I can. Great. So I'm sure they only have a garrison here too. That would make sense. And I'm not very close to destroying this unit. They don't get supplies from Addis Ababa itself. Maybe I can cut them off. That should work relatively well. And then when the reinforcements arrive, I have the chance to actually take them down. Let's leave the garrison here though. Alright, so Djibouti will fall. Then I'm gonna move from Berbera later. But maybe I can take Addis Ababa first. Down here, you'll take these. I'm only interested in the oil field so far. Kuwait also does give. Okay. So Kuwait taken. This is the only one. I don't think they have a unit there. It will take some time for my units to get there. So I'll start preparing my units and reinforcing them, and I'll send them over towards the Americans afterwards. I don't really need to retake Persia so far. I think this is more priority. Yeah, that's still a challenge. Okay, let's move back. Okay, that's Africa. Meanwhile, we still have Russia to deal with. I don't have time to deal with all of Russia, but I'll see what I can do here. Ah, come on. That's really sad, actually. Okay. Should have attacked them like this first, but I can still do it now. Good, good. Okay. They're all supported. I still want to take Volkov before I move any further down with any of these units. I'll move up north. I'll retake Pskov. And these guys will move back up north for now. Any damage is worth it. And since you... yeah, you'll have to destroy that thing. Is this Leningrad? Yes, it is. So retake all of that. I mean, this... I think they'll just secede to me. Okay. What I'm gonna do for now though is I'm gonna end the video here. So everything around Leningrad has been taken care of, and I will send these the Finns. I will send them up north, try to take Murmansk, while the rest of the Germans go for Arkhangelsk, or potentially some other territory. Maybe they'll go to Fuldoga and then down. If I take both of these ports, I'm actually stopping the supplies entirely, and since they're already stopped from Vladivostok, you know, that should once again cut the enemy from the supplies by quite a bit. At least that's what I hope. Either way, for now, I want to thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed this part. If you did, please leave a like, comment, or subscribe, and I'll continue all in the next one. So take care, and see you all next time.